The playground that we built yesterday and this week was a project that was overdue. This playground was about 25 to 30 years old, and so on the edge of being well overdue to have it replaced. So we were excited to have that happen.
So we just finished completing the community build at Moran Park, where we were able to bring a bunch of adaptive features into the space for the community. We have a wheelchair ramp accessible structure that will allow users not only in mobility devices, but other members of the community who also may need some assistance with their mobility.
We've been really deliberate about what we've been putting in playgrounds for the last few years. Lots of inclusive play elements here that we don't have anywhere else in our park system, and it's a very exciting time.
We have an item called the Rock and Raft that allows a user in a mobility device like a wheelchair to get onto an item that sways back and forth, that gives them a completely different play experience. So we're really trying to involve all members of the community regardless of what their abilities are.
You know, this playground is just the next step in evolution here at Moran Park. So this whole park is getting a refresh. The community deserves it, and the neighbors love it, and it's going to get a ton of use.
There are signs out here that users can scan a QR code and give feedback to Game Time. We will compile it and report their feedback back to the Holland Park and Rec Department so that they have user data that they can use to track usability and feedback, which not will only impact this, but future project designs and things going forward.
We are spoiled living here in the city of Holland, and sometimes we take it for granted. And yesterday, we were very fortunate to have a couple groups from different companies around the area. We had 50 volunteers come in about a 3.5 hour span. They probably built about 3/4 of the structure yesterday afternoon. We would not have been able to do what we did in the amount of time we had without them.
I think after COVID, we as a nation really started to fully value and appreciate our outdoor spaces and what they bring to us, what they add to our lives. The playground is where children learn to play with, interact with, learn with people who are different from them. Moran Park has got so many different activities around it. The basketball, the tennis, the pickleball, the futsal court that's coming. This is just going to be one more asset to this community to encourage physical activity and play.